Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. I am your host, as per usual, Showtime Shoots, and I am here to tell you about my Backlash predictions. Without further ado, let's get into today's video.
Showtime shot this.
With the first match on the card, we have a total of 4 matches on this Backlash card this year. Backlash will be hosted live in Tampa this year, so we will have 4 matches on this card in total. With the first match that I would like to predict, it will be Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. As stated on my podcast episode, if you didn't watch, go ahead and watch. I stated that Roman Reigns shouldn't lose until SummerSlam. So my prediction for this match, and will stay for this Backlash card, is Roman Reigns will be defeating Jacob Fatu and moving on to his next competitor at Saturday night's main event on May 23rd. Now, what does this mean for Roman Reigns overall? Do I think Roman Reigns is going to have a long run with this championship? No. Do I think he's only doing full time so he could put over another talent? Yes. I've stated this multiple times on my podcast this past Tuesday. If you didn't go watch it, go ahead and go watch it. I'll leave the link at the end of the video so you guys can click it and go watch. Anyways, Roman Reigns is a full-time competitor, probably until August, and then he'll probably go ahead and go on a nice little vacation and come back at the Royal Rumble again. Maybe. I'm not sure. I would like for him to be full-time all around for the rest of the year, but you know, Roman Reigns, he got a family to protect and take care of, so he can't really do that, and I respect the man for that. You know what I'm saying? His family is his legacy at the end of the day. So, Roman Reigns will beat Jacob Fatu at Backlash for the WWE to retain his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then going forward, we will probably have another feud going into Saturday night's main event, or we'll have a potential rematch. A rematch between Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns at Saturday night's main event. And then Roman Reigns will probably beat them again, and that would be the end of the feud. And going forward, for Italy, I would love for either Braun Breaker or Seth Rollins to go up against Roman Reigns in Italy, but because international crowds have a tendency of being hot from start to finish, regardless of how ass the show is. So, Roman Reigns is defending his championship and retaining his WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Femi will still be taking that belt off him at the end of the summer, but that's for another video, for another time. But moving on to our next match, we have Seth Rollins, Mr. Seth freaking Rollins, versus the next generational talent behind Femi, is Braun Breaker. Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker. The whole story behind this feud is that Seth Rollins doesn't think Braun Breaker is ready to be pushed to stardom. This is his way of trying to get Braun Breaker to get over with the crowd and showing that he could improve on promos and in-ring ability. Braun Breaker already has the in-ring ability down packed. That spear that he does 23 miles per hour is fucking insanity. But yeah, for my predictions, I put a toss-up because I don't know who should win this match first. I think it should be Seth, but I'm leaning towards Braun, so I'm a bit 50-50 on it. But if I were to go on based off of what's been happening, I would say Seth Rollins is probably going to take the win over Braun Breaker so that we could extend this feud even further. So, moving on to our next match. Wait, hold on. After Seth, before we get to our next match, after Seth and Braun is over, I don't know what's next for Seth or Braun. After that whole feud is over, I think Seth should go for that World Heavyweight Championship if Roman Reigns is still champion. If Roman Reigns is still champion in July, I hope that they run it back in July before SummerSlam, because we could have a good we could have a multi we have I can't speak English today. We can have multiple um we can have multiple feuds for Roman Reigns this summer, even if he's full time. But apparently in June he has been taking off some Raw shows because I don't think there's a PLE on in June. So I think he's taking some time off in June for that specific reason. But we're not so sure yet. But we'll see how that goes. But moving on to our next match, I believe it is Danhausen versus his mystery partner versus The Miz and Kit Wilson. Kit Wilson and Danhausen making their PLE debut in this match. Kit Wilson has been over with the crowd with his "You are toxic" catchphrase going on with the crowd, and he's getting over. And his theme song is very good and it's very catchy. So Kit Wilson got organically over. Danhausen, you are cursed. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into the match and before I tell you who's gonna win this match, I believe that Danhausen's mystery partner should be. I don't know why, but I was going through Twitter today, and I saw that the person that is rumored to be Danhausen's partner is CM Punk. But why put CM Punk in a feud if he's fresh off a Mania main event match against Roman Reigns? I think he should be keeping that momentum going, no? Because if CM Punk were to keep that momentum going, then he would obviously have a shot at Cody Rhodes. But I think the best thing for him to do right now is that in the meantime, before going back to the main title card scene, obviously. I think he's gonna move to SmackDown, honestly, because I don't think we need him on Raw at this current moment in time because he already done everything he needs to do on Raw. So why not move to SmackDown? I would say he could go after Cody, but that wouldn't make any sense because Gunther literally just attacked Cody last week on SmackDown. So I wouldn't see that happening. But yeah, moving on to who is going to win this match going forward. I have a strong belief that Danhausen and his mystery partner is going to win this match and beat The Miz and Kit Wilson because Danhausen is over. Also, Kit Wilson is over. But I believe Danhausen is more over than Kit Wilson at this current moment in time. So Danhausen and his mystery tag team partner should go over. I believe we have Io Sky versus Asuka in this. Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, we have Io Sky versus Asuka on this card as well. I completely forgot about that. Io Sky is going to beat Asuka to have some mid-card. How do I say this? So she could have some mid-card ranking so that eventually we could see like a big feud between her and Becky Lynch. Or her, so Ruka and Becky Lynch. That would be fire. That would be a good ass triple threat match. But yeah, I got Io Sky winning Asuka versus Io. I feel like this feud doesn't sit right without Kairi, but I hope Kairi gets re-signed and so that she could be a part of Backlash tomorrow night. Moving on to the last match on the card for this show, we have Trick Williams, Mr. Lemon Pepper Stepper himself, versus Sami Zayn for the United States Championship. Honestly, in my humble opinion, Trick Williams is hot, so let's keep that ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep him flowing through the mid card and helping out the mid card as much as he can, so that when Melo come back, we can see Melo versus Trick Williams yet again. But Sami Zayn is heel, and right now Trick Williams is a tweener a little bit. I believe, in my humble opinion, give me Trick Williams to retain this title because I feel like if he were to lose, it wouldn't make any sense because he just won off of WrestleMania. And on top of that, Lil Yachty is alongside Trick Williams. So why not keep that tandem going for as long as they need to, and let him keep that title up until SummerSlam, or have him have the title for the remainder of the year. I wouldn't mind. I would love Trick Williams, but he cannot be stale, because WWE does this thing where they push the newcomers, they give them a title, boom, bada bang, and then after they drop the title, they don't have nothing else for them. And then they take some time off, they come back, and they don't have really enough plan. They don't have a good plan for the mid carders a lot. So, in my hopes, I hope Trick Williams will win this match and beat Sami Zayn and go on to do incredible things with the United States Championship. Now, that is all that I have for y'all today on this quick predictions video. Backlash is tomorrow night. I will not be in town for my full show review, but I will see you guys for my full show review either Sunday or Monday. But thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate y'all. Remember to leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next one. Later.